I'm Mike Odberg
And I'm John Burmeister.
from Mighty Oaks Academy for Men.
Mighty Oaks Academy is a joint effort of two established ministries, Ascending Adventures Incorporated and Foundations International School of Ministry.
Together, we've been called to immerse men into a deep relationship with Jesus Christ, empower them for the Great Commission, and engage them in a lifestyle of ministry. Some of you have known me since I was a little boy, growing up in the church with good parents. But yet I had a real lethargic, apathetic view of Christianity. I never really accepted Christ in my life. I went through many troubles and trials because of that, including a failed marriage. And in my late 20s and early 30s, I began to really search. I found myself to be an arrogant hockey coach bent on my own desires. The Lord began a process of delivering me from that when I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior.
I'm John Burmeister with Mighty Oaks Academy for Men. My testimony is this. I grew up in the church with good parents and a good family. But when I was about 12 or 13, I caved into the peer pressure of the world and wanted to be accepted by my worldly friends. So for the next 10 years, I led a life of alcoholism and drug use and criminal behavior until I was about 21 when I got in a car accident and broke my neck. And two others were severely injured also. During this time, the Lord was definitely working on me, and I was evaluating my life and examining who I was and what I'd become. While I was in jail, I believed God was telling me I had no second chances. I had this ominous feeling that something bad was going to happen if my life didn't change soon. But even then, I still went on for another year or so to live in the world. But after getting arrested again, running from the cops, thrown back in jail after people had thought I was different, I felt like the prodigal son eating the pig slop. And I said, all right, God, I've tried my best. Now I'm going to give my life to you. And about 2 months after that, I was born again at a meeting, and I finally surrendered my life to God, and He called me into the ministry, and now I'm here with Mighty Oaks Academy for Men.
John and I have been on our own journey of recapturing spiritual masculinity, finding out what it's like to be a leader in our families, in our ministries, in the community around us. And we've discovered a lot of things. God has been working on us mightily and changing us in ways that we never thought we'd be transformed. We hope that you'll be inspired by these three young men who have committed to Mighty Oaks Academy for Men.
I would have never thought that God would have brought me to such a program as this, that I could use as many of the giftings that He's given me in one program.
What kind of man do you want to be?
I want to be the kind of man that lives his life in such a way that people around me can tell that I have a purpose, to know when to turn down what seems to be good, but to press towards what is truly good. Like, I want that discernment. That's the kind of man I want to be, a man of confidence and a man with purpose, and that strives other men to pursue their purpose.
We're with Kenny at Teen Challenge, and Kenny is a future Mighty Oak, and we're just really excited to have him aboard. And
I never really had much of a father growing up. He wasn't there too much. My parents got divorced at an early age, and he ended up getting saved when he remarried and kept preaching God into my life, saying I need Jesus or I'll end up in hell. And through that I ended up coming here to Teen Challenge. I was practicing witchcraft before I ended up coming here, and came here. I eventually found God. I got baptized and saved, and through Him I'm a new creation.
what do you think Mighty Oaks Academy is going to offer you as a man and as a Christian?
I'm hoping it will give me some leadership skills I need in my life, and will deepen my relationship with God.
What do you think about living in a canvas cabin for like 7 months?
Sounds awesome.
Chris, why would you do something like this?
You get to experience the beautiful places that a city slicker like myself never gets to see, that God created. There's not words to describe a place like this.
The first trimester is called immersion. The men at Mighty Oaks Academy will be immersed into relationship with God by learning how to have true fellowship and communion with Jesus. Most of this trimester will take place on wilderness trips away from everyday distractions. going deep into God's creation and deep into an abiding relationship with Jesus Christ.
Second trimester is about equipping men for a lifestyle of ministry, preparing them to minister in whatever the Lord has called them to. They're going to be living on a very simple base camp, living in canvas cabins that they build themselves, but close enough to the population centers of Duluth, Minnesota, and Superior, Wisconsin, to have a practical place to practice and apply their ministry skills. Second semester, they'll be going through Foundations International School of Ministry. Bob Lubeck and Tim Halverson have decades of experience as ordained pastors. They have been missionaries across the world. This will really be an intense opportunity for the guys to really engage in deep biblical study, to take challenging classes, and to learn more about the foundations of our faith. Along with that, they'll be instituting a standard of excellence. They'll be learning how to build wood projects to a craftsmanship standard, things that we can use at the academy and sell to help support the ministry. Things such as canoe paddles, snowshoes, and even wood strip canoes or kayaks, building them to a standard of excellence that'll be a witness to other people. Establish the standard of excellence that will transcend into their ministries. They're going to be deeply prepared for a lifestyle dedicated to the Great Commission and causing others to be disciples of Jesus Christ. Third trimester is engagement. This is what it's all about, engaging in the Great Commission. We're going to set them up in an internship environment that is based upon their vision for ministry, and we're going to release them to engage in that ministry while they're being backed up by us. Young men are the most rapidly declining demographic in the church population today. We think that part of that is because men haven't accepted their role as spiritual fathers, haven't demonstrated the Great Commission in their lives to their sons. We want to change that.
Like mighty oak trees, they line a shaded, well-worn path. They're the souls that have walked beside me, and I can see that looking back. Friends that stood by me right up to the last, like mighty oak trees, to help me walk this well-worn path down by the waters of a stream that never ends. They shelter me from the noonday sun and guard me from the wind. I close my eyes and I can see them all once again, like mighty oak trees down by that stream that never ends. Strong and always there when I needed them the most. You know they're rooted way down deep in my soul. I think about them all the time when I'm out